her voice cracking. No, no, that's not him. The boy who attacked me was tall. He had a deep voice. He wasn't a little kid. The courtroom erupted into chaos. The jury members whispered frantically to each other, the public spectators murmuring in confusion, some of them looking at Brenda and Tiffany with suspicion now. The judge slammed his gavel down, his voice booming. Order! Order in the court! The chaos died down, but the tension remained thick. The judge turned to me, his expression serious. Ms. Cassandra, is this your son, Buddy? I nodded, holding up Buddy's hand. Yes, Your Honor. This is my son, Buddy. He just turned 7 last month. He has never assaulted anyone, especially not a grown woman. He couldn't have. He's just a child. I pulled out a birth certificate from my purse, handing it to the bailiff, who passed it to the judge. This is his birth certificate, Your Honor. And here are medical records showing he was home with me the night of the alleged assault. He had a fever and was in bed by 8:30 p.m. The neighbor next door can testify to that. She brought him soup that night. The judge examined the documents, his eyebrows furrowed. He then turned to Brenda and Tiffany, his voice cold. Ms. Brenda, Ms. Tiffany, you both testified that Buddy was a teenager, that he was tall and strong, that he dragged Ms. Tiffany to the rooftop and assaulted her. How do you explain this? Brenda's face paled, her lips trembling. She looked at Tiffany, then back at the judge, her voice stammering. I don't know. She told me. Tiffany told me he was a teenager. I just believed her. I thought she was telling the truth. Tiffany burst into tears, but this time, they weren't the dramatic, fake tears she'd shed earlier. These were tears of fear and panic. I made a mistake. I was scared. The man who attacked me was wearing a hoodie, and I couldn't see his face clearly. I thought it was the new neighbor's son. Brenda told me his name was Buddy, and I just assumed he was a teenager. You're lying. I snapped, my voice cutting through her sobs. You said you saw his face. You said you rode the elevator with him. You said he told you his name was Buddy. Now you're saying you couldn't see his face? You're making this up as you go. Tiffany flinched, her body shaking. I was confused. I was traumatized. I didn't know what to say. Brenda pressured me. She told me if I didn't say it was Buddy, we wouldn't get the money. She said we could sue you and get rich. Brenda's eyes widened, and she turned on Tiffany, screaming, You little liar. I never said that. You're the one who wanted the money. You're the one who made up the story. The mother and daughter began yelling at each other, their lies unraveling right in front of the court. The jury members looked at each other in disgust, the public spectators booing and hissing. The judge slammed his gavel down again, his voice furious. Silence. Both of you, be quiet. He turned to Tiffany's lawyer, who looked pale and flustered. Ms. Attorney, what do you have to say about this? Your client's testimony has been completely discredited, and the so-called DNA report, he held up the document, his voice dripping with sarcasm, is clearly a forgery, given that the defendant's son is a 7-year-old child. The lawyer stumbled over her words, her face red.